Hello students, hello researchers, hello viewers. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. But before we proceed, please subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. So have you ever picked up a research paper or a proposal and the first thing that you read was a short paragraph at the top, and that short paragraph summarized the entire study? So that short paragraph is what we call an abstract. And today, that is exactly what we are talking about. And by the end of this video, you will know what an abstract is, what goes inside it, and how to write one step by step. And you will understand the most important question: when do you actually write it? Because most students get that part completely wrong. So stay with me until the end. This one will change how you approach your proposals. So now, what exactly is an abstract? So an abstract is a short, self-contained summary of your entire research proposal or your study. So it appears at the very beginning of your document, usually right after the title page, but it summarizes everything: the problem, the purpose, the methods, and the expected outcomes. So think of it like a movie trailer. So a good movie trailer shows you enough of the film to make you want to watch the entire movie. It does not tell you everything, but it covers the most important parts. That is what an abstract does for your research. So when a supervisor or an examiner or a funder picks up your proposal, the abstract is the first thing they will read. In many cases, it is the only thing they read before deciding whether to continue or not. So your abstract must be clear, your abstract must be strong and accurate. So if your abstract is weak or confusing, people may not even read the rest of your proposal, no matter how good it is. Now let's talk about how long should an abstract be. So one of the most common questions students ask is, how long should my abstract be? So the honest answer is, it depends on your institution. But in most research proposals and academic papers, an abstract is between 150 to 300 words. Sometimes institutions allows up to 350 words. So the key principle here is that say everything that needs to be said and nothing more. So I want you to get this. An abstract is not a place for long explanations or background stories. It is a tight and focused summary. So every single sentence must earn its place. So always check for your institution guidelines or your supervisor's instructions if you want to know the exact word limit. So now, let us understand what goes inside an abstract. So a well-written abstract has 5 key elements. So let me take you through each one. So the first one is background or introduction. So this is a 1 or 2 sentences that describe the problem your study is addressing. Why is this topic important? What gap exists in the knowledge or the practice? For example, diarrhea diseases remain a cause of death among children under 5 in Zambia, yet data on household water treatment practice in rural communities remains limited. So in our example, notice how we did 2 things in just 1 sentence. So we stated the problem, which is diarrhea diseases and child death, and we immediately pointed out the gap, which is that we do not have enough data on water treatment practices. So that combination is what makes a strong background sentence. So it tells the reader that there is a real problem and something is missing. That is exactly why this study is needed. So number 2, aim or objective. So this is the one sentence that states clearly what your study intends to do. For example, This study aims to assess household water treatment practices and their associated factors among caregivers in Masaiti District, Copperbelt Province. So in our example, I want you to notice how specific this sentence is. We are not just saying we want to study water, we are saying exactly what we are studying, which is water treatment practices and associated factors. We are saying exactly who we are studying, which is caregivers, and exactly where we are studying, which is Masaiti District. So when you aim sentence as what, who, where, it is a strong aim sentence. So the third part is methods. So this is a 2 to 3 sentences describing how you conduct the study. So it includes your study design, your population, your sampling methods, your sample size, and how you correct and analyze data. For example, a cross-sectional descriptive study will be conducted among 384 caregivers selected using systematic random sampling. Data will be collected using a structured questionnaire. So in our example, look at how much information is packed into just 2 sentences. We have the study design, which is a cross-sectional descriptive. We have the sample size, which is 384, and we have the sampling method, which is systematic random sampling. We have the data correction tool, which is a structured questionnaire. That is what your method section in the abstract should look like, short but complete. Let's now talk about the next part, which is expected results or outcomes. So this is a 1 to 2 sentences on what we expect to find or what the study will contribute. For example, the study is expected to identify gaps in water treatment knowledge and practice. For example, the study is expected to identify gaps in water treatment knowledge and practice. So this will provide evidence to inform community health interventions in the district. So in our example, we are not making up results because we have not done the study yet. But instead, we are saying what the study is expected to produce. So we expect to find gaps, and those gaps will give us evidence. So notice how this sentence connects the findings to action. So from identifying gaps to informing interventions. So that connection is important because it shows your study is not just academic, it has a real practical purpose. So I want you to pay much attention to the last part, which is conclusion or significance. So this is a 1 sentence on why this study matters. For example, findings will contribute to efforts to reduce waterborne disease and inform district health policies. So in our example, this 1 sentence does something very powerful. It lifts the study from a small community in Masaiti all the way to the district health policies. So it is telling the funders that this research matters beyond the classroom. It has the potential to change how decisions are made. So you should make sure that you always end your abstract with a significant sentence, and that sentence should connect your study to a bigger purpose. That is what leaves a lasting impression on your funder. So now let's talk about when do you write the abstract. Now here is the part that surprises most students. When should you write the abstract? So you write the abstract at the end of your proposal. So even though the abstract appears at the beginning of your proposal, it is always written after everything else is done. So after your introduction, after your literature review, your methodology, objectives, and all other sections are complete, then you write the abstract. So now the big question is why? It is because the abstract is a summary of your entire proposal. So you cannot accurately summarize something you have not yet written. And if you make a mistake, you write the abstract first, you will spend time writing it later when your proposal changes. So think of it this way. You cannot write the summary of a book before the book is written. So the law is simple. Write the abstract last, press it first. So write it last, press it first. So now, let us summarize everything. An abstract is a short, self-contained summary of your entire research proposal. It appears at the beginning of your document, but it's always written last. So it contains 5 key elements: the background, the aim, methods, expected results, and significance. It is usually between 150 to 300 words, depending on your institution's guidelines. So write it last, press it first. Keep it specific, clear, and free of jargon. So if this video helped you today, please like it and subscribe to this channel. And I want you to share it with a fellow student who is writing a proposal right now. So one share could save someone's research. So drop your questions or topic requests in the comments. I read all of them, and your suggestions shape what I create next. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.